As you probably know, in the AI space, ChatGPT is the one that's getting all the attention, and Google came out with their chatbot called Bard, which we'll take a look at in this video in a moment. And it really did not impress a lot of people. Well, they are continuing to iterate, and of course, there's a lot more behind Google's capabilities than the initial release of Bard might suggest. And so I'm going to share with you what's been going on inside Google Labs. If you have not been to this page, you can actually check out, and who knows, by the time you're watching this video, the likelihood is this is already embedded in everybody's Google account. But this is labs.withgoogle.com. I think you can also get there at labs.google.com. And this is where you can actually join a waitlist to get access to various new beta technologies that they are allowing people to try out. So I joined the waitlist and I actually got approved for this one, and so I've turned on these 3 different elements here. Now I haven't done anything with the code tips, but the initial results that are in part AI generated and in part regular search, and then the add to sheets are things that I have played around with. So let's go take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and try an example of this, and it's automatically saying low maintenance houseplants is the search that it did, and it's giving me before the organic and paid results, it's giving me now AI results, and this is sort of what they're playing around with to add. You can also see that I can, in addition to all of the different types of search results that I can narrow it down to, images or videos or what have you, I can also add converse. So this actually then opens up something. It doesn't really feel exactly like Bard, but it is the ability to interact with it. So I can ask a follow-up question based on the initial search that I did. So let's do another search just from scratch. I'll go ahead and close that out, and I'll say, what is a good way to use a kettlebell to, I was going to say, I don't know, let's do to tone your body or tone your, let's say, abs. And you'll see, kettlebell is one word, not 2, but it knows that. I don't need to even know that. I could, drop that in. But it's given us AI results as well as sort of the what types of results that it's given us recently with the featured snippet. It's giving us then some other questions people ask, videos, and then you get the balance of the results, the organic results, etc. But it's prioritizing the AI results. And it's actually prompting not just converse here, but you can ask a follow-up, or it's suggesting some follow-up questions that you might ask as well. I'm curious if these and these correspond. And as I'm looking at it, they don't exactly. So how do you get a 6-pack with kettlebells? That's not exactly how the question is asked here. What size kettlebell should I get for my ab workout? And again, what size should I get? So that is the same one. But you can see they're likely pulling from a slightly different source. I'm not entirely sure how this works, so that's a wild guess. But you can see that's the sort of the way that we may be seeing search results in the future, is that AI is going to be prioritized above all of this other stuff. Now, I told you that there's one other piece that I have been playing around with, which is the Google Sheets. And so let me show you what that looks like. Notice that when I mouse over one of these results, I am now presented with these options. This is bookmark. This is, I think, share. And this is Google Sheets. So let's see what happens. It looks like it's saving it in a favorites page. Okay, so I don't actually know where that favorites page is. If I click on this, it's going to take me over to my favorites page, and I can get rid of that because I'm not really interested in that result. Okay, let's go back and see the next one. I'm assuming a share. Yeah, I can share that via some different options that are, I guess, built in as a default. I don't know if there's a place where I can customize this. And then the last one is Google Sheets. Now, you'll see when I click on this, it's actually going to go to my different sheets that I have and say, do you want to add it to any of these, or do you want to create a new sheet? Do you want to add a note? And so basically the idea here is that let's call this test, and we'll go ahead and create it. Now I hope that there's going to be a link to that sheet. Yep, added to sheet in test. So let's see what the result actually looks like. So basically what it's doing is it's simply giving us the ability to organize or save search results for various things so that there's a place to organize them. I'm not sure the ideal utility for this or the ideal use case for this, but seems like a convenient thing, and it keeps you using Google products and in the Google sphere with your search stuff. So that's what I got for you. Now, again, the results here, I'm going to actually contrast this. So let's go ahead and copy this. And now let's open up Bard. And I'm curious to see, all right, let's, it wants to know if I can use my location. I'm just going to hit dismiss, and I'm going to enter the prompt here. So what is a good way to use a kettlebell, again, not spelled correctly, to tone your abs? Now, I got a very different set of results here from the results I got here. Kettlebells are a great way to tone your abs. They provide a unique challenge that can help you build strength and definition in your core. And then it's sort of kettlebell sit-ups, kettlebell plank rows, kettlebell Russian twists. Now let's go and look here. I'm getting completely different results. So here, what this suggests to me is that it is thinking in real time and giving me the results. So now if I go back over here, let's refresh this. Okay, I do have a history here, but it's not referencing that history, and I'm going to ask the very same question again. This time I'm going to, I think, ask it correctly by typing the name of kettlebell without the space. And you'll see I'm getting different answers here. Now it's saying great way, but this time it's crunches, Russian twists, plank rows. So I think some of these were the same answers, but in a different order. So you have to remember that the AI results are almost always going to be different because they are real-time thinking, okay, what is the answer that I'm giving to the question that's asked? And it's going to compute some stuff and say, all right, I'm going to put this word here, and then what's the next word? R. And then what's the next word? A. What comes after that? Great. And it is composing this in real time. And it likely won't. In fact, I'm going to wager to say it will never give me the same exact answer in the same exact order 2 times or 3 times or 4 times or ever, because of the way that the AI is thinking out the answer and then generating the answer. So that's the last thing that I really wanted to cover here was, the generative AI stuff is going to always result in different output. Obviously, it's different output from the stuff you're going to get through organic search. And then it's going to give you the ability to do this interactive follow-up that might help you sort of narrow down your query a little bit further, and it's going to help guide you through that process. I'm fascinated to see where this goes, and I'm really quite curious to see how people utilize this when this becomes standard practice as part of the entire search experience. In any event, I hope this has been a useful introduction to you for use with search and generative AI together.